Good morning, guys. It is 10 past 7, and I'm here. Just arrived at the job site in West Vancouver, this house. To be honest with you, I already have a bad feeling about this week, or like we're gonna do pavements, which is a nice term for bricklaying, which I have no knowledge of, right? And the lead hand who also told me that he's never done paving, never done this, and he doesn't know how to do it. So I don't know why it's just ridiculous. Okay. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. It's hard to work with someone who has it's like working with I don't even want to mention his name. My last job, my lead hand. He's like this guy who always, knows everything, but always fuck up the jobs and then won't admit it. So it's just hard to work with people like that. Anyway, I wanted to talk about, on last Friday, when I was going up 2 blocks down, I drove 2 blocks away from this job site to use the washroom. And then I realized that, oh my gosh, that was my old job site. So I briefly worked for this company earlier this year. It's a construction company. Like they build houses from scratch. And it was introduced, the job was introduced by, one of my instructors. And the foreman happened to be my senior, from school. Matthew, really nice guy. I left that job because things happened. It's not the job or Matthew. I entered the job at the wrong time, but I liked Matthew, and I met him over there, and I saw what they're doing. I just feel like, oh wow. I just kind of shocked. It's just one simple emotion, shocked. That's all. Not sad nor not happy. It just kind of surprised that I'll be able to run into one of my old jobs. And Matthew was telling me about, take a look at the concrete stairs we built, and in the back they're building a whole new deck. And I saw the form work he did. It's all fascinating to me. And I was, after I went home, I thought about it. I feel like part of me thinks that's very cool. That's what I wanted to do for a long time, since I go to school. But then a lot happened after that. As you watched my journey, I've come to a realization now this is not what I want to do. And so it was a choice to make, whether to remember one of the videos that I was talking about. It's easy to fall into the daily. If you grind hard on your craft, you can be good at something, and at least you'll feel good about yourself and blah blah blah, like that. And that doesn't sell me. That shit doesn't sell me. And I mean, I love Matthew, and I'm fascinated by his work, and he has his own YouTube channel, and in his spare time he makes like custom made Japanese bed and boats even. It's like fascinating. I love it. But in order to get to that level, you have to work, I don't know for how long, how many years. And then do I really want to be like working my ass off for maybe 5 more years down the road and just end up being like, I'm working decent wage, maybe $50 an hour, something like that, as a foreman. I have my own, maybe I rent a big house, I have a garage, and I turn it into a workshop, and I'll be able to use my weekend to work on some nifty projects of my own. And then after that, I just sit in the couch and admire this beautiful thing that I just created and be like, oh my God, at least I learned a craft. But then what? I'm still stuck in this freaking rat race. So what? I have the moment of joy of, oh wow, look at this beautiful thing that I created, right? It's just a choice that I have to make between going that route, which is what I thought I wanted to do in the beginning, and after working for a year or so, I realized that that's not what I want. What I wanted all along is travel, work for myself, build my own empire, and between that job, which I could learn more with Matthew. He's very knowledgeable carpenter. He's an awesome carpenter, and I know if I work with him, I learn so much more and eventually become a great carpenter. Or I do this job, you know, it's like half intensity but same pay. And I get to practice and learn, use my spare time to do this and then save money. You know, it's a choice to be made, and I made my choice. You know, and I don't regret it. Well, I regret it a little bit just because, you know, I saw what Matthew did over there. But then you just have to make a choice, and you have to choose your sacrifice. And I already chose it. Just a little rant in the morning. I came here early just to talk to you guys about this because yeah, I mean, I don't want the client to hear it. I don't want, you know, the crew to hear it, but we'll see what happens today. All right, so Mr. Lead Hand went to grab some material and tools. I'm just gonna set up. Not much to set up. So as you can see, we're doing pavements, the rest of a retaining wall. The only good thing about this job site is we are in the shades, surrounded by trees, so it's gonna get hot today, but not crazy hot like last weekend. It's gonna be like 27 degrees, which is just perfect. Okay, let's get started. Just squaring the trenches, make it deeper. Just getting rid of this dirt here. Oh wow, look at that. Oh, is that a pool? Nice. Nice to have a backyard like this, hey? Mr. Lead Hand has arrived and he brought sand. So let's transfer some sand back in the job site. My heart is racing a little bit too fast. I think I'm gonna take a break. Lunchtime. I made lunch this morning. Homeowner brought us lemon juice and cookies. Cinnamon, raisins, and maybe almonds. This is what happened so far. Alright, I just packed everything up, and I think this is the section Mr. Lead Hand was doing. there's a little gap here we gotta fix tomorrow. And this section, and then this little section, and then apparently there is a stone wall in front of the house. Oh, I dropped my square.